Stalk him.
I'm just joking.
No, you know, I probably did actually. If I knew he was going to be at an event, that's how I've been. Like, I make sure I'm rubbing shoulders and bumping into who I need to, just so I can have that one moment to say, hey, I'm an artist. Can we work together? Right. First couple times, it was like, all right, cool, nice to meet you. But you don't remember. This girl is always where I'm at. She's always asking me to work.
And that's what I liked about you.
Yeah, persistence is key.
This has nothing to do with your guys' relationship, but I want to get this out because I see a lot of women that are online and they're coming up and they're artists. You don't have to admit it. You don't, and if it's not true, then it's not true. Have you ever been in situations where maybe you were, and I'm not saying you guys are by any means. I'm just saying, have you ever been in a situation where you...
Come on, get to it,
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice, Stevie. I have respect.
Right, so look, I never slept with her.
No, I'm not talking about you.
I'm just joking.
I'm asking you, have you ever been in a position where that's happened, where you were in a relationship with a producer, didn't work out, or that pressure of being a woman in the industry, and these guys is like, the first thing they see is like, oh, you're pretty, like, what's up? Let me get some of that box.
Right. Well, you know what? For the first half of my career, I was managed by my dad. So he was always over me. So he made sure a lot of stuff didn't happen. But I did work with somebody that...
You don't have to say names.
I'm not. Right. I did work with somebody that I got involved with, and that, you know, was not a good thing. Right. But it wasn't, let me get involved with you because of the music. I actually, you know, started feeling for this person. Okay. And then it was just, you know, it was over.
It wasn't me. It wasn't.
I know that.
No, it wasn't like me and Stevie. I love our relationship. Like, this is family. I could never ask to be no better.
And I wouldn't cross that line because I want the best for her, and I want the best music to come from her. So, you know what I'm saying, what it is with me, I just go hard on her, like, basically just making sure that she's on top of her game, which I really don't have to do too much, because she up 6 in the morning. Hey!
I'm hitting him up.
Hey, you know what, bro? Let me tell you something. I couldn't imagine it, bro. Like, when this interview was coming up, she was texting, like, I thought I was up early. Like, I get up at 8:39. I go fight at 10. She's hitting me like, I'm like, how you text me at 7? My alarm clock didn't even go off yet.
That's what's up.
I was going to the gym at 5.
All right, but you talking about texting you. What about FaceTime at 6:30?
Oh, no. See, that's family time right
there.
there.
I FaceTime him first thing in the morning.
I'm like,
and I
in a full face of makeup already.
Not even. Listen, bonnet on, getting ready to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, Mom, you're going to have to call me. Right. Shit, baby. Like, this ain't going to work right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But one thing I can say, she's adamant about being successful in her career, and that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? Even though we do video shoots, and, you know, I got assistants and, you know what I'm saying, to handle things. Like, she's on top of her stuff all the time, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From the outfits to, you know what I'm saying, the time scheduling to the makeup, the hair, she's all over her thing, and I appreciate that.
And now, does that, as a producer, Stevie, I mean, the list is... If y'all don't know about Stevie J, I don't know, Google him. You know what I'm saying? As far as, like, his credentials, homie, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you should take a little bit of pride. If you're an artist, I don't care if you're 13 or 50, you should kind of do some research with people before you guys start talking ish about what you think is the hottest and the newest thing. Because it's probably been done before by people that you guys already know or don't know. And I think it's a little bit disrespectful when artists come out as if, yo, I created this. Like, no, you didn't, bro. Like, come on, homie. Like, give the guy his credit. But saying all that now, Stevie.
Yes.
Why Alexis?
Why Alexis? Because, you know, it's more or less like I really wasn't looking for any new artists to produce or, you know, to get in business with. But when I met her and I saw her diligence and I saw the type of artist that she is, and the work ethic is bananas. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody outworked me. You know what I'm saying? She's up early. You know what I'm saying? She's in the gym. She's at dance rehearsal. She's doing everything that she has to do to be a great artist. And when I see that, I'm like, we independent. We're going to stay independent because you work like you want to be a boss. So since you're working like that, let's just keep it like that. Right. And she's a hard worker, and I appreciate that. And she's a great artist. So I want to be in business with Alexis Branch.
Is that the I haven't had a chance to watch your brand new show. Right. I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Right. It's doing great. Number 2 show for VH1. You know what I'm saying? We rate underneath Love and Hip Hop. We like 30,000 viewers underneath Love and Hip Hop.
That's amazing, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Very much. It really is. I seen you put her. Did you put any other artists you're working with? It was just her.
It was just her.
So and so a lot of times I hear producers sit there and say too, because a lot of times I always tell people this: you can't build a pyramid by yourself. Right. And you need a producer. You need those things because they're gonna tell you this is dope or let's try it this way. And as an artist, you got to be open to different suggestions. Right. Alexis, what with Stevie's knowledge have you learned that you didn't know before?
Oh, this is probably the most simple thing too, and it's so funny. The first time in the studio, I sit with the track. I prefer to actually go in and make everything from scratch.
Yes.
So I know I can hear all the instruments and all that, but the track he sent me was, Let You Go, full down with live guitar, like everything. I didn't want the simple stuff. So when I went into the studio, I was actually prepared to sit. I was going to write everything down. He's like, why don't you just go in the booth and just
feel it?
You're right, just do it. And I've never done that. I'm like, no, I'm calculated. I'm like, no, I need to write this down. And then I'm nervous because it's him in there. So I'm like, I want to get
you want to hit
the
hit a home run.
Right.
Let me tell you what I tell every
you're an artist too.
Yes, I'm an artist too, but I learned because I've sat on both sides of the table.
Right.
I get to see the industry from what to do and what not to do as an artist, so I've learned to curb a couple of things. This is what I tell people. The industry, and correct me if I'm wrong, Stevie, I came up with this assumption. The music industry as an artist is like baseball. You're not going to hit a home run every game.
Right.
But you need to hit those base hits. You need to hit those doubles and triples. And then if you hit 25 home runs in a year or whatever the case may be, you've had an amazing career. You're a stunner. And sometimes you're trying to hit a home run.
Right.
And you can't do that. I'll go in there and say whatever. You just don't know. Because if he's a great producer, you can go in and say blah, 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 blah. He's going to be like, yo, I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he's building a pyramid.
It was a nerve. It was definitely a nerve thing. But I've always been like that. But definitely with him being in there, that's why I actually made him leave when I went to, record the actual song. But it's like you're trying to be this man
and that's what
who
I was
is
like,
a
yo,
legend.
this diva, I don't want to work now. I'm just saying.
No, I wasn't being a diva. I just want to make sure. I was like, okay, you don't want to rub nobody the wrong way. I don't want me to go in there and it seemed like I'm not doing as well as he thought I should be doing. Just because he doesn't know my process. So that was the whole thing. But I went in there and I hummed the melody and then I just started saying words and the whole song was done. Like it was the quickest process ever. The hook came from a part I said on accident.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, great.
I've recorded my music like that for years.
It was epic.
You know where I learned that from, Alexis? You know where I learned that from? Notorious B.I.G.
Hey.
I'm trying to tell you.
A guy that went in with no lyrics, he just went in sometimes. Missing got the bank of his own go. He ain't busy bombing the black go. Then listen back and be like, oh yeah,
I got the words for that.
I got the words for that right here, and that's the best record sometimes.
Right. So Stevie,
yes sir.
You've been in this business for a very, very long time. You've seen the ups and the downs. You've had the mishaps of bad business.
Right.
While people have been more successful off your creative ideas.
Right.
Have you decided that I'm not going to turn that over to people, new artists? Basically, I mean, most of your records have sold over 90 million records. The ones that you either penned or produced or made a guitar track on.
Right.
And some of that, went to other people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I see normally is that people, when it gets done to them, they're so angry, they repeat the same thing to someone else.
Yeah. But no, we don't do that.
Okay.
Here, you know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm blessed to be a true musician,
right?
A true producer. Right. A lot of those cats that reap the benefits, they can't play nothing but dead. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't take that on and be like, all right, I'm gonna do it. No, it's like, all right, we're independent. You're sharing this as much as I do. Right. I'm not into getting over on people because I'm going to get my blessings. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I want my artist to feel the same way. And she's not just my artist, she's my partner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if we're partners, I want to pass on as much knowledge and positivity and influence as I can. And I want to be influential, and I don't want to be one of those people that take advantage of people. That's not what I'm into.
Before you got into the game, Stevie, you every artist I generally feel goes through, before they become a superstar, not just someone who gets known, but a superstar. They go through this experience where I like to call it the humbling wall.
Right.
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 Where they try to hit, or they think their confidence turns into ego before they've made it. And I think every artist goes through that. I went through that.
Right.
You think you're the ish, and then someone says, "Hold on."
Right.
What was your humbling experience that changed you?
My humbling experience that changed me was, me being a producer, a lead producer for Bad Boy, working with Puff. You know what I'm saying? Selling all these records and hundreds of millions of records. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It didn't all add up to, what it was supposed to add up to. And for me, that was humbling because, my publishing wasn't what I thought it was worth because of all these samples that I used on this song that I thought, added up to this. It didn't really add up to that. So at the end of the day, starting over was a humbling experience to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you sold all these millions of records and you got to start over. But yeah, that's when you got to have that ultimate faith and the ultimate belief in yourself and belief in God that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I took my talents to television and been successful for 6 seasons and had 2 spinoffs and, 4 new shows on the way this year.
On the way this year, really?
Yeah.
Man, I want to get on one of those. But anyway.
You got it. You do your own. You're a star.
Oh, man, come on.
You're a star, ET.
Let's
got it, man.
Let's get it popping, man.
Go.
Alexis, before you get up out of here, please introduce the record that you and Stevie worked on.
This is my single, Let You Go, produced by Stevie, written by me. It's amazing. I hope you all enjoy it. It is very identifiable, and the feedback's great so far. So we're going to keep it going. And video coming very soon.
Where can they get it?
You can get it on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Spot, everywhere. Everywhere. Right. You can go on alexisbranch.com. The links for all of that are right there, so you can click it, grab it, support real music, because we're back.
Yeah, baby. Danger Zone all day, baby.
Danger Zone, baby.
One last thing. Are you single or are you teeter-tottering right now?
No, I am not single. I am in a relationship.
Really?
Yes.
Is it? Wait. Are you? Which side are you batting on?
Oh, here you go. Okay, listen. So, backstory. ET has known me forever, so he's only known me with boyfriends, but I do have a girlfriend.
No, I seen you online.
Yeah. Yes.
I knew you was a switch hitter.
Tyra, what's up, baby?
For the last 5 years, she is amazing. She's awesome artist, R&B, real music.
Man,
and
so you out here eating tacos.
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
Our girlfriend is amazing.